distinct pleasure to welcome you all to the second Gulf Arts and Cultural Leadership Workshop. My name is Roger Mandel. I'm the Executive Director of Qatar Museums Authority, and we are so excited to have all of you here. Many of you are coming back for the second time, but to those of you who are new to this first meeting, we welcome you especially to Qatar. It's now my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce the Chief Executive Officer of Qatar Museums Authority, Abdullah Al-Najjar, who will say
From the outside, as you see, it recalls very much traditional Bahraini architecture. From the inside, it's characterized by very modern and, I would say, didactic display. So the idea is to have different exhibition halls, each organized in an ascending way, starting with the earliest settlement, the earliest phases in 2200 BC, and going upwards to reach the upper levels in the 17th century. I mean, Qal'at al-Bahrain site is one of the most important archaeological sites in Bahrain because of this continuous settlement history. The main two concerns in 2 points. First, I needed to keep this place alive, and let's admit it, we live in a region where museum tradition is very alive. People don't visit museum much. And second main point was to set up an infrastructure for the museum. Again, we live in a region where we don't have museum studies, cultural management studies. So the staff that we hire, basically, or the local staff, don't have the background. And this is a main problem that I've encountered throughout, my work at the museum. The main concern was not only to get them to know the museum and to come visit it, but to come again, to recommend it to their friends, to feel that they can come different times throughout the year and always find something new in the museum. That was the challenge, to always create something new that would appeal to different groups of society, to the expat as much as the Bahrainis, the young, the elderly, etc. Just for the laugh, I got once a visit of a lady who was looking for the restaurant by the fort. didn't even know or had an idea that there's a museum. She just heard there's a beautiful restaurant and she wanted to have a function there. In 2008, we had roughly 2,900 visitors, whilst it reached 14,000 in 2009, which is quite impressive. And up to now, for the first month of the year, we have 5,000. So I think we're doing well. Still, the number of local population is quite, it's not that important. So that's why we're always faced with the same challenges, how to get the locals to visit the museum, to engage with the museum. After all, this is their museum. They have to, you know, to be part of this. This activity in July 2009 was really a testing activity. We had a one-week workshop, and we got the kids to do different kinds of activity. Mainly up there you see them engaging in an excavation. We've had burial mounds on the side with tombs, different housing also, and you know, they spent a few days excavating that. Of course, at the end of the day, it became, you know, they became all muddy and throwing things at each other. It's not, but it was funny. They liked it. They really. This program, it's interesting because lots of people got interested in that and sponsored the program. So basically, all the activities that we've been doing, I mean, we're trying to have at least one activity every 3 months, and it has been sponsored. So the ministry hasn't paid anything. We had private sponsors for all this activity, which we're happy, you know, to be part of this work. To get to the second main part, which was the infrastructure of the museum. I mean, we have a problem. We have staff in the museum who have no idea about what it's like to be in a museum. They got the job because it's, you know, they wanted to work for the government. It's easy. You come at 8, you leave at 2. You're sort of well paid. It's fine. They wanted the job. That's it. Let's start by establishing a training program at the museum. Let's see how it goes. And this was part of the strategy of the Ministry of Culture and Information. Some of the staff that worked for the museum previously, because they're not motivated lately, I thought that they were not interested. And I've realized I've just inscribed them, put their names down, but I thought it's, you know, they won't be really interested in that, but let's just put their name. And they were the people who were interested the most. Though there are the, you know, elderly people, but they liked what we're doing, and they felt, you know, they're doing something again. And one of the ladies doesn't even speak any English at all. And the whole workshop was in English, and believe me, she did very well. She did really, really well. She tried, she put some effort. Had a very good, I think, collaboration with the university in Bahrain, and for the first time they came to us, and it was the first time these students, who mainly are tourism students, visit the site museum. That was in May. We had a workshop on museums in collaboration with ICOM, International Council of Museums. So also now we're opening up new relations with ICOM, which I think is very beneficial for our museum. The workshop, that they were very happy and they wanted to come again. So they were asking when is the next workshop, which is quite good. I just want to invite you all to be part of this. I mean, I think the title of this gathering is Collaboration, is working together. I think it's for the benefit of all of us to work together. I would like to invite everyone, you know, of your staff to attend this workshop. It will be a pleasure to have them. And I think it will be very beneficial for both parties to have this exchange of staff. Thank you very much for your attention.